Oh, man.
Nate's not messing around today.
Yeah, just let it run.
Okay, any other questions out there? Again, if you have an issue, something comes up, you have a concern, question, find myself. Nate's got the head ref jersey on. Jamie Koger will be here. He'll be helping announce today and herding the cats. Mandy's going to be up here doing the timing. Please don't bug her while she's doing that. It is a lot of work to get those times done. George will be putting them in the computer. We do have that posted over here, so if you're interested in your time, you can see it on the TV over here when you finish, and we'll try to do a good job announcing them today and who's in the leader role. Okay. I don't see any hands or questions. I think we can go to the national anthem. The flag is up over the arch here. If you're able, please stand, remove your hat, and Mandy will play the anthem. All right, let's go.
Let's kick it off. In the 3 cube, in the first heat, on stand 1 will be Phil Tomich. Stand 2, Al Smith, pardon me. Al Smith on stand 1. Bill Tomich on stand 2. Bodie Pennington on stand 3, and Brennan Cass on stand number 4. Again, a reminder to the competitors, this is 3 cuts. This is the only discipline today where we'll be doing 3 cuts. Down, up, and down, and 10.5 inch tulip poplar.
So these songs here, they're 3 cubic inches. Where's she at? I don't know. You could get that tip crap with a window. The window to get you.
Again, stand number 1, we have Al Smith. Stand number 2, Bill Tomich. Stand number 3, Bodie Pennington. And stand number 4, Brennan Cass. Al, all the way to the left. There you go.
Looks like we got 2 competitors up here.
We still need Bodie Pennington and Brendan Cass. Bodie Pennington and Brendan Cass.
Nice. Oh, Bodie earlier. I haven't seen Brendan today. He's here. Okay.
You might get the video recut. This should be open from video now. Thank you.
All right, getting started here with a 3 cube. There's Brennan.
Brennan, stand number 4.
You're on 4.
Now we just need Bodie.
Where is Empire Workshop? There he is. He's got it.
There you go.
All right, fellas. And the final marking.
3 cuts. 3 cuts. Down, up, and down.
He's not tired of it. All right, gentlemen, 30 seconds to warm up your saws. All right, gentlemen, hands on the wood. This is your start. Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm pretty sure I fouled that chain.
Al may have had the chain on backwards. I'm shocked it cut as well as it did.
Me too. Holy cow.
Put your hands together for Al. He, I believe, is our oldest competitor today. He's been competing long before my time out here.
I can remember Al on the message boards when they first came out back in the early 2000s. And even then, he had been doing this for about 30 or 40 years prior to
Okay,
that.
thanks, sir. How'd I do? I didn't know. Did that guy behind me beat me?
In the second heat, we will have Chad Wilhelm on 1, Charles Briscoe on stand 2, Charlie Cox on stand 3, Steve Cleve Hokum on stand 4. Our deck crew is getting stuff cleaned up, and again, in that second heat, Chad Wilhelm, stand 1, Charles Briscoe, stand 2, Charlie Cox, stand 3, Lee Hokum, stand 4.
All right, if you were with us last night, you saw Chad took second place in the 372 prone class. We got quite a few runs in. Good effort to practice there. He made the final 8 that we had. We had a bracket race yesterday for the 372 clone.
Bracketed race is a single elimination where the athletes have to go successively in order to make the final. I believe Chad had to make 5 cuts, including the time trial. So he made 5 races and getting to that stage. We have our 4 times. Unfortunately, Al did not have a time. Bill Tomich had a time of 14.867. Bodie Pennington had a time of 12.886, and leading in the 3 cube now is Brennan Cass at a time of 11.677. If anyone needs earplugs, we have them up here at the table underneath the tent. Just come grab some. Come grab them if you need them. No sense of losing our hearing.
Okay, gentlemen, 30 seconds to warm up. Hands to the woods. This is your start. 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we'll have our head judge Nate will come out, check those discs, make sure everybody got 3 within. Everybody's good. 4 good cuts. Well done, gentlemen.
Excellent, excellent. Up in the next heat, we'll have Cyrus Johnson on stand 1, Doug Philbeck on stand number 2, Eric Nickel on stand number 3, Ethan Trainer on stand number 4.
But you're better off having a phone than a safety.
Such an efficient deck crew. Makes everything much more better for all of us.
Meal Team 6 doing an incredible job this weekend.
Meal Team 6 rocks. That thick bologna sandwich is looking good to all those fellas for lunch.
I had one yesterday. It was amazing. Shout out to our sponsor over there, Scott. I see him standing up. If you see him in the green shirt over there, stop by, pay him a visit. He's also got some oil samples over there. Would love to hear from you and talk about their product, which is soy-based product. So all of our soybean farmers in Ohio, we have the Ohio Soybean Council. They are a big funder of DGP oil and their marketing. If you get a chance, stop over there. DGP is the official sponsor of sawfest 2025. Okay, looks like we're missing stand 2.
Stand 2 is Eric Nickel. Oh wait, Cyrus Johnson, Doug Philbeck. Doug Philbeck.
Come on, Doug.
Doug! Damn it, Doug!
I remember my first race.
Pretty much.
At least he's fashionable.
Yeah, he looks good.
I mean, those high water pants and everything. Holy cow, that looks awesome.
What's he got? Oh, no chaps. There might be a set in here. All right. Stand down for just a minute. We'll give Doug a chance to get his chaps. While he's doing that, we do have a couple of raffles over there under the tent. We also have t-shirts under there. Please make your way at some point to the tent. Make sure you get into those two raffles. We've got one for some bigger prizes. I think those are $10 tickets and $5 tickets. You'll get the choice of some smaller raffle items, but make sure you find your way over there. There is some good stuff under the tent. We also have t-shirts. I think we've got a handful left from last year at a discounted price. But if you want this year's brand new 2025 with DGP Slick is on shirt this year, make sure you stop over and visit Emma Nickel. Okay, I see Doug scurrying along back there. He'll be out here in just a minute. We'll get started with...
Are those t-shirts in Smitty size? Any of them Smitty size? I like wearing a Smitty size shirt.
Smitty's he is looking good.
Yes, he is.
All right, now we've got okay. No problem. All right, gentlemen, 30 seconds to warm up.
Johnson had a very good run there. I forgot to announce the times from the previous heat. Charlie Cox had a 27.359. Cleve Holcomb had an 11.89. Brennan Cass had an 11.677. And the leader up until this heat, we get the time, Chad Wilhelm, 10.485. Up next, we'll have Garrett Barker on stand number 1, Gary Barker on stand number 2, Greg Iyer on stand number 3, Jared Hope on stand number 4.
But it goes from when my hands leave. So even if I started late, I know, but that don't matter. It's not from goal, it's from when you leave. So how much do you beat me by?
All right, so while they get set up on the deck there, this is the 3 cubic inch class. So what that means is these saws are limited to 50 cc's is the metric equivalent of 3 cubic inches. They are permitted to make changes to the cylinder, to the carburetor, etc., but these are intended to be a work class saw, so there's no funny fuel. They do have round filed chains, and because this is a 50 cc class, they're a 325 pitch chain. A lot of guys running the steel RS chain out there. So we do have some restrictions on the chain itself. The goal here is all of these 4 saws should be able to work in the woods for an entire day. That's the idea here. So timing advances and such are, while permitted, generally discouraged because obviously you're going to heat up the saw too much. That would not work for a day of firewood cutting. If our timer is ready.
Just about half the times from the previous heat. So we have the times. We have Doug Philbeck at a 13.2723. We had Eric Nickel had a 12.568. Cyrus Johnson with that good cut moved into the lead with 10.068. but the time to beat is Ethan Trainer, 9.473. 9.473.
That's going to be a tough one to run down, but I know we got some good Sawyers coming up here, particularly in this heat.
Again, we got Garrett Barker on 1, Gary Barker on 2, Greg Iyer on 3, and Jared Hope on 4.
All right, gentlemen, 30 seconds to warm up. Gentlemen, hands on the wood. This is your start. 3, 2, 1, go!
Ooh, no, we had some unfortunate goings there with Gary Barker. Up in the next heat, we'll have Jeff Stigl on stand number 1, Jody Hutton on stand 2, Joe Bakke on stand 3, and Joe Hartnett on stand 4.
From the sun, man.
In this heat, we have Jeff Stigl on stand 1. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. Good enough? All right, Jody Hutton on 2, Joe Bakke on 3, Joe Harkness on 4. Dino Joe. All right, Dino Joe. I have questions.
Jazzy Jeff Stigl.
Jazzy Jeff Stigl. All right, even better. Can we get him to cut the rug?
Hopefully he doesn't cut the rug as Saul's sitting on. You guys okay? Stay still.
Again, our time to beat, Ethan Trainer's 9.473.
All right, gentlemen, grab your saws. 30 seconds to warm up. 10 seconds. Hands to the wood. This is your start. 3, 2, 1, go!
Jody Hutton missed the start a little bit, but the time will not start until his hands move. That's right.
Yes. Veteran move there.
Veteran move, absolutely.
Jody, I think, has tuned one too many carburetors without hearing protection.
Pretty sure he has. Yeah, the great thing about the lack of hearing protection that I've suffered through in my life is that I always get to ignore most of my wife's commentary during the course of the day.
That's a special frequency to tune that out.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Up next, we'll have Joey Gordon on stand 1, John Cox on stand 2, Jonathan Hensley on stand 3, and Lisa Johnston on stand 4.
Gives that line up sometimes, yes. Oh, wait, some 5-2.
Jody Hutton's hand movement as thus far has him leading that heat. We have Joey Gordon 1, John Cox 2, Jonathan Hensley on 3, Lisa Johnston on 4. Okay. All right. We'll hold on and we make sure. So John Cox and Jonathan Hensley are going to switch 2 and 3. So John Cox and Jordan Hensley have swapped sides. John will be on 3 and Jordan will be on, Jonathan will be on 2. We have the times from the last heat. So we have the time of 11.062, Joe Bakke. On stand number 1, Jeff Stiegel had a 10.798. Jody Hutton had a time of 10.271 and under 10 seconds. I believe it's our second athlete under 10 seconds. Joe Harkness had a 9.935. Ether Trainer still in the lead, the 9.473. Again, in this heat, we have Joey Gordon on stand 1, Jonathan Hensley on stand 2, John Cox on stand 3, and Lisa Johnston on stand 4.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 30 seconds to warm up. Hands to the wood. This is your start. Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
Looks like good runs from everyone. Judge Nate will make sure, but I believe they're all good on all four stands. Up in the next heat, we'll have Mark Anton Guillet on stand 1. Stand 2, Mark Feldhake. Stand 3, Matt House. Stand 4, Mike Badeau.
Good job.
All right, just a second here while our timers finish up. Okay, Mandy, you got right. Okay, let's move into the next heat here. Looks like everybody's ready. 30 seconds to warm up. Contestants ready. This is your start. 3, 2, 1, go!
We had times from the previous heat. Lisa Johnston had an 11.601. John Cox had an 11.011. Jonathan Hensley had a 10.742. Joey Gordon had a 10.358. Up in the next heat on stand 1 will be Morgan McInnes. Stand 2 will be Nate Blakesley. Stand 3 will be Nate Palmy. Stand 4 will be Robin Walker. Those times are almost in. In that past heat, Matt House had a time of 11.134. Mike Badeau had a time of 10.277. Ethan Trainer had our fastest time of 9.439. We had two times beat at that heat. Mark Anton Guillet had a 9.249. And the lead leader is Mark Feldhake with a time of 9.14.
All right, looks like we're ready for our next heat of the 3Q.
Hold on 1 second.
Not quite ready. I like it.
We're double checking times, just verifying the times. I believe we're rechecking Mark Anton's time. So we have a new second place time for Mark Anton. Mark Feldhake is still the leader with 9.14. Mark Anton is second with a time of 9.234. So we have 4 times under 10 seconds thus far.
George is giving me some side eye. Looks like we're ready. Okay, gentlemen, 30 seconds to warm up. This is your start. Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
I see 1 1/4 disc. Stand 3, DQ. Okay. Nate Early unfortunately did not get a time. We'll move into the next heat, which will be Roe Barnett on stand 1, Scott Crum on stand 2, Scott Lyon on stand 3, and Sean Carr on stand 4.
That was definitely our best warm-up of the day. Wasn't sure how long the pist revving was going to go.
She was nice and warm for that 1 1/4 cuts.
That's right. Get it nice and hot so they lean out and they'll cut good. That's what I always do.
Again, Roe Barnett on stand 1, Scott Crum on stand 2, Scott Lyon on stand 3, and Sean Carr on stand 4. was telling Grant this morning, I was reminiscing about the first time that I ran a chainsaw in a competition back in 1977. I was only 8 years old, and my father handed me a saw. I was wearing shorts, a t-shirt, and no hearing, no eyes, no chaps, and I made 3 cuts in a novice division cut in Cadillac, Michigan, an event that was hosted by Dave and Nancy Niger. So, and I don't think anyone wore any sort of PPE up until probably the late 80s when the Steel Timber Sports Series came into vogue.
You watch some of those early videos, Jamie, and you've got even bike saws. Guys are running unlimited saws with no chain protection, no nothing.
Actually, it really didn't come into vogue until Harry Burnsworth threw a chain and it hit his leg up in Hopkinton, New Hampshire, back in about 1993. I remember that very well. His wife had to drive all the way up there to pick him up because he had to be hospitalized. He was running Bill Koger's old 250 Honda that was built by Harry Bodecker.
Okay, looks like the timers are ready. We've got everybody up here for this heat. 30 seconds to warm up your saw. Seconds. All right, gentlemen, hands to the wood. This is your start. 3, 2, 1, go!
Very fast cut there by Sean Carr. I'm really curious to see that time, even with a whip on his upcut. Up next on stand 1, the one and the only Smitty. On stand 2, Steve McDowell. Stand 3, Stephen Rockefeller. Stand 4, Anton Rosenkrantz. Stand 2, no cut, unfortunately. So Scott Crum got no cut.
Jamie, how many competitors do we have left?
We have, this will be 3 heats.
3 heats.
The 3rd heat is not complete. Again, our time to beat is 9.14. All right, we have the times in from the last heat. Scott Crum, unfortunately, Scott Lyon had a 21.765. Roe Barnett had a 14.651. And with the whiff, I believe Sean Carr has moved into 2nd place with a time of 9.276. So Mark Feldhake is still our leader. Sean is actually third. Mark Anton is just 3/100ths of a second back. Up next on stand number 1, we have Smitty. Stand 2, Steve McDowell. Stand 3, Stephen Rockefeller. And stand 4, Tanton Rosenkrantz.
All right, looks like we've got all 4 competitors up here, ready to roll on the local mark. All right, gentlemen, 30 seconds to warm up yourself. Gentlemen, hands to the wood. This is your start. 3, 2, 1, go!
Very nice. Up next, and I'm going to use this big word today, our penultimate heat is T.W. Hodges on stand 1, Kenny Freeman on stand 2, Jack Riddle on stand 3, and Braxton Wilhelm on stand 4. And then we have by himself at the very end, Brian Ronbanes? Brian Ronbanes will be going by himself in the very last heat. And again, T.W. Hodges on 1, Kenny Freeman on 2, Jack Race on 3, and Braxton Wilhelm on 4. Yeah, Braxton, hold out for the last heat. We'll run you last with Brian.
Gotta get some race.
Only need 2 stands for the last heat. Again, we got T.W. Hodges on 1, Kenny Freeman on 2, and Jack, is it Rafe or Race? Race on stand 3. So we have the times from our last heat. The 12.242, Steve McDowell, with an 11.738, Smitty. Tanton Rosenkrantz had an 11.377, and Stephen Rockefeller had a time of 10.582. Our leading time is still 9.14.
All right, gentlemen, looks like everybody's ready. 30 seconds to warm up. 10 seconds. All right, gentlemen, hands to the wood. This is your start. 3, 2, 1, go!
Kenny Freeman had a smoke and run there. It'll be close on mark for the lead. Up in the final heat, be Braxton Wilhelm and Brian Williams. And this will wrap up the 3Q.
I know, that's what it sounds like. The chain is so
Just a reminder, competitors, please keep your hands on the center line of the log, or at least your 8 fingers. The times are coming in. Looks like T.W. Hodges had a time of 12.032. Jack Race had a time of 18.439, and moving into the lead with a new time to beat of 8.514, Kenny Freeman. Kenny Freeman, 8.514.
All right, looks like we're down to our last heat in the 3Q to finish. Okay, Brian backstage there is doing the tech on the saws. I think everybody's visiting him after their runs. All right, looks like we got 2 competitors up here. Braxton. Gentlemen, 30 seconds to warm up. Gentlemen, hands to the wood. This is your start. 3, 2, 1, go!
And that draws the conclusion of the 3Q. We'll need to check our times, let the judges figure out who the 8 placers are, and we will announce those very shortly.
You're gonna say their time then. They're not time because what all the time he was just trying to grab the saw and then in the air. And the faster you get it down, that'll work.
Kenny Freeman, Mark Feldhake, and Marc-Antoine Guillet will need your 3 saws over to be checked by Eric. Here we have our 8 places. Coming in 8th place today was Jody Hutton with a time of 10.271. Coming in 7th is Cyrus Johnston with a time of 10.068. Coming in 6th today is Joe Harkness with a time of 9.938. Coming in 4th today is Ethan Trainer. Pardon me, 5th was Ethan Trainer with a time of 9.473. Coming in 4th is Sean Carr with a time of 9.276. Coming in 3rd is Marc-Antoine Guillet with a time of 9.234. Coming in 2nd is Mark Feldhake with a time of 9.14. And winning the 3 cube is Kenny Freeman with a time of 8.514. Again, we need to check Kenny, Mark, and Marc-Antoine saws just to make sure that they're all 3 cubes. I take it we're now going to move into the 4 cube. And this will be 2 cuts on 12-inch wood, not 3, but 2 cuts. Again, a reminder to the competitors, for the rest of the day, I believe everything will be 2 cuts with the exception of the bounty log.
He's asking me.
I definitely bring it over here.
That ball is 45 miles an hour. The plane goes 600. Close to it.
But so, okay. Hold on, we top 5. I thought we were in top 3.
Think about it.
Yeah,
No doubt.
On a weekend, you can say, man, we're getting hungry. We can hop in the plane and have a little since the rest of the world.
Sean Carr, we also need your motor up to be looked at. Ethan Trainer, Sean Carr, Mark Feldhake. We also need your 3 cube. Sean? Ethan Trainer? Marc-Antoine Guillet. Okay. Marc-Antoine Guillet, we need your saw as well.
And then standing up on the edge of the game, not always.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that we also have Randy Tina's here today. We have some great food with some amazing bologna sandwiches. If you're hungry in between, don't forget to stop by our food truck that we have provided today. Thank you for coming out. And also we want to thank Scott from DGP for bringing out all his wonderful products for us today for these awesome saws. We appreciate your time out here today. We would love to see everybody just get involved, and let's hear some hand clapping for some of these hot races today. These guys are working hard. It's pretty awesome. Thanks for coming out.
think it's Chase thing.
Brody doesn't know what to do with the
In the 4 cube, up first on stand number 1 will be Al Smith. Stand number 2 will be Bill Tumich. Stand number 3 will be Bob Crum. And on stand number 4 will be Bodie Pennington. 2 cuts. 2 cuts, Bodie. Where's Bodie? 2 cuts.
I got this one.
All right, you got 2 cuts. It's 3 that you can't get. Okay, Mom, I'm sorry. Bill Tumich on stand 1. Bodie, Al Smith on 1. Bill Tumich on 2. Bodie Pennington on 3, and Brandon Cass on 4. My apologies. Brandon Cass on 4. Yeah. So the difference between the 3 cube and the 4 cube, Grant, what is that?
Just checking to see what was in your phone.
Basically CC. So the 3 cube that we had before, 3 cubic inches, that's right at 50 cc. With 4 cubic inch saws, you'll be up to 65 cc. So that brings in a whole new host of saws that fit into that class for firewood. You'll see a number of different models up there. Steel 036, 360, 362. Those fit that class. Husqvarna's got 562s, 357, 359, 365s. They all fit there. Bodie's running and FCO. Yeah, FCO. We got 62, 63 cc's. Brandon's got an old bird there. What's that? Oh, he's got a 36 top end on 044. That'd be a good one.
It's weird because when I see like a Labrador.
All right, if our timer is ready. Yes. All right, gentlemen, we're going to get started here with the 4 cube. First heat.
Yeah.
You have 30 seconds to warm up your saws. 10 seconds. Gentlemen, hands to the wood. This is your start. 3, 2, 1, go!
How that saw cuts a lot better with that chain on, right, doesn't it? Yes, sir, it does. All right. Up in this second heat, we will have Chad Wilhelm on 1, Charles Briscoe on stand 2, Cleve Hokum on stand 3, and Cyrus Johnson on stand 4. All right, that crew's cleaning up there. As the saws get bigger, the wood gets bigger. So we're gonna have, we got 12-inch wood here. We're gonna do 2 cuts in the 12-inch for the poplar. Later we'll have the 5 and 6 cube. That'll be on 14-inch wood. What species? What species of wood?
Tulip poplar again.
That's spicy. When I say spicy, 14-inch tulip poplar normally is not It'd be great firewood. Great firewood. That's taking a large tree to get to that stage. And normally it's coming out closer to the stump too. Again in this heat, we have Chad Wilhelm on stand 1, Charles Briscoe on stand 2, Cleve Hokum on stand 3, and Cyrus Johnson on stand 4. We've almost got our times from the first heat. We had Bill Tomich at a time of 10.903. Buddy Pennington had an 8.05. Don't see Al Smith's time on this, but 16.83. And then now our leader is Brennan Cass at a time of 6.888. All right, looks like our timer's ready, gentlemen. 30 seconds to warm up. Gentlemen, hands to the wood. This is your start. 3, 2, 1, go! Good runs there. Very good runs there. Up next, we will have Doug Philbeck on stand number 1, Eric Nickel on stand 2, Ethan Trainer on stand 3, Garrett Barker on stand 4. That time of 6:88.8 will likely go away when the times are announced from that second heat.
Chad, that looked like a pretty stellar run today, buddy. How do you feel about that run? So was it the saw or was it the operator, big guy?
I think it's a saw.
I like it, man. Good job today, buddy.
I think it was the hair. I think it's the hair that makes the saw run faster.
Aerodynamic.
Exactly. The Kentucky waterfall makes all things better. If he just would have cut some racing stripes into the side with that Kentucky waterfall, that would have been absolutely majestic. And as speaking as a bald man, I am jealous that he has that Kentucky waterfall.
I seen some earlier videos. You used to have it.
Yes, I did. I did have a Kentucky waterfall when I had hair. And if I had hair again, I would definitely have one. So Brennan Cass's time to beat was 6.888. In that heat, we had Charles Briscoe had a time of 9.434. Cleve Hokum had a time of 7.896. Chad Wilhelm has now moved into the lead with a time of 6.863. So 15/100ths faster. And Cyrus Johnson had a time of 9.986. Our new leader is Chad Wilhelm with a time of 6.863.
We could probably take that stand there and bring that stand in.
I think Garrett likes to be behind you.
Maybe. I know I do that.
We could go a lot of ways with that, Grant. We could go a lot of ways.
I opened the door.
Yes, you did. You opened that door big.
All right, timer's ready. All right, gentlemen, 30 seconds to warm up. Gentlemen, hands to the wood. This is your start. 3, 2, 1, go!
Smoke and run from Ethan Trainer and Eric Nickel. That's going to be really pushing Chad Wilhelm's 6.863.
Let's hear it for that round. That was some good cutting, everybody. Let's hear it for that round.
Now let's get Ethan on the mic. Let's get Ethan on the mic. I know he can talk. He likes to talk.
How do we feel about the run today, Ethan?
That was pretty solid. I was trying to hear Garrett behind me.
We have a little back blunt there, buddy. I like the competitive edge, my man. Good run today.
Up
All
next.
right, so we got Eric Nickel here. I know he's going against Chad pretty hot today. So, Eric, how do you feel about that? How close are you with that one?
I don't know if it's fast enough.
Up at next, we have Gary Barker on stand 1, Greg Iyer on stand 2, Jared Oath on stand 3, and Jeff Stagel on stand number 4. Again, we have Gary Barker on 1, Greg Iyer on 2, Jared Oath on 3, and Jeff Stagel on stand number 4.
All right, again, if you're just joining us here, we stepped up to the 4 cubic inch saws. These are 65 cc and under. Seeing a variety of different brands out there.
We have the times from the last heat. With a 9.402, Doug Philbeck. Garrett Barker had a time of 7.984. Eric Nickel had a time of 7.391, not quite fast enough to overtake Chad. But Ethan Trainer has now moved into the lead with a time of 6.799, just about 5/10 faster than Chad Wilhelm for the lead. Ethan Trainer, time of 6.799.
Looks like we're Jazzy Jeff's making his way up.
DJ Jesse Jeff?
Jeff Stiegel. He's just a singer. All right, Mandy's ready? Okay, gentlemen, 30 seconds to warm up. 10 seconds. Gentlemen, hands to the wood. This is your start. 3, 2, 1, go!
but Jared Hoth caught the carpet. He ate some carpet this morning. How about that, Jared? Did you enjoy eating that carpet? You liked eating that carpet. I know you did.
I thought I was bad, Jimmy. There's kids here.
You told me PG-13.
I did. I authorized that.
Up next on stand number 1 is Jody Hutton. On stand 2 is Joe Boston. Stand 3 is Joe Harkness. Stand 4 is Joey Gordon. Again, stand 1, Jody Hutton. Stand 2, Joe Boston. Stand 3, Joe Harkness. Stand 4, Joey Gordon.
You only like steel, don't you? No? I think it was. The red one?
We actually had a dead heat in that last heat. Gary Barker and Jared Hoth both had a 9.992. Greg Iyer had a time of 8.25.
That's the first point.
And DJ Jazzy Jeff Stiegel had a time of 8.491.
All right, we've got some fast saws in this heat. I think on stand 3, that saw won a previous year of sawfest. So look for Joe. All right, timers are ready. Okay, gentlemen, 30 seconds to warm up. 10 seconds. Hands to the wood. This is your start. 3, 2, 1, go! Jody had an issue with his saw there. If we can get that repaired, we'll let him come back and make a run.
Yep, come back, Jody. See if you can get her going again. We'll put you at the end. Stand 3, no cut. Stand 3, Joe Harkness had no time. Up in the next heat, on stand 1 will be John Cox. Stand 2 will be Jonathan Hensley. Stand 3 will be Lisa Johnston. And stand 4 will be Mark Anton Guillet. Again, John Cox on 1, Jonathan Hensley on 2, Lisa Johnston on 3, Mark Anton Guillet on stand 4.
We'll get one more out of that guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget forget that we have the food truck here in between these times. We're getting set up. If you're hungry, to go over there and grab you some great food. Now, they said that the bologna sandwich, their world famous bologna sandwich, is limited today. So if you're in the mood for that, you better act fast before they're gone.
Okay, quick programming update. We're going to finish up with the 4 cube. That's going to get us right to lunchtime. We'll take a break, let everybody get over and get some food. We'll bring the bounty log up front, so we'll have to part the sea there and bring the bounty log up front. We'll have the bounty log running during the lunch hour. So if you want to get in on the bounty log, we'll be doing that during the lunch hour, and then we'll come back and finish up with the 5 and 6 cube after lunch, and then the last event will be the disc stack.
Looks like we have some times from the last heat. Well, Jody Hutton was running again because he had some technical difficulties. Joey Gordon had an 8.432. Joe Bakke had an 8.08. And Joe Harkness unfortunately had a disqualification.
All right, looks like we've got all 4 competitors up here. Gentlemen, 30 seconds to warm up. Gentlemen, hands to the wood. This is your start. 3, 2, 1, go!
Smoking cut there from Mark Anton. And I believe our time to beat is still 6.799 by Ethan Trainer. 6.799. So we'll keep an eye on that time as Mark Anton had a very, very quick cut. Up next, we will have Mark Feldhake on stand 1, Matt House on stand 2, Mike Badeau on stand 3, and Morgan McInnes on stand number 4. Again, Mark Feldhake on stand 1, Matt House on stand 2, Mike Badeau on stand 3, and Morgan McInnes on stand number 4. All right, we have the times from the last heat. I believe that's everyone, is that right? All right, we had a time of 13.447 for John Cox. We had a time of 9.528 for Lisa Johnston. We had a time of 8.243 for Jonathan Hensley. Again, our leader was Ethan's Trainer, 6.799, and with a new time to beat, with a time of 6.785, Mark Anton Guillet. 6.785. Mark Anton Guillet is now the time to beat.
Wow, those are the ones that keep you up at night. Wondered where you lost that 100th of a second. All right, looks like we got our next set of competitors. Times are in. Gentlemen, 30 seconds to warm up. Gentlemen, hands to the wood. This is your start. 3, 2, 1, go!
Good racing in that heat. Very good racing.
Tell you, Jamie, over the last 6 years we've been doing these competitions, the times have gotten closer and closer and closer. First couple years we didn't have near as many competitors. The last couple years we've had almost 50 competitors, usually 40 plus signed up in each class. And the times this year are incredibly close. We had, I think in that first class we had 10 times.
That was good. Fantastic racing right there.
Everybody's getting their saws tuned up and the operating is getting much better. I wish I had some videos of the first year watching guys for the first time get their saws off the ground, but now they're practicing it. We have a number of fireworks shows now across the country. And hone their skill set.
So much about racing is not necessarily the motor, it's about the technique and mastering how to be transitioned from cut to cut. And learning to race is an art upon itself.
I'll send you all the videos up here.
Gentlemen, with that all being said, I'm over here with Mark right here, our current leader. Mark, how do you feel about that run today, buddy?
I don't speak in English.
It's even more better.
Oh, you got, okay. Even in yours, let's hear it.
Good. Tell us in French.
Ah, ça a été très bien, très satisfait.
Very good. Très bien.
Très bien. I know what très bien means. As I like to tell people, en français, je suis très sympathique. No, je suis simple. I can't remember. I'm not very nice. I am very simple.
Je ne sais pas. That's all I can say.
Je ne sais quoi.
No, that's a different thing. And that's not PG-13 actually.
What? Je ne sais quoi?
No.
Merde. Don't get me started cursing in French over the mics, okay? Please don't do that. They do. So in that last heat, we had a time of 9.821, Mike Badeau. Mark Feldhake had a 7.944. Morgan McInnes had a 7.914. And Matt House had a 8.251. Again, Mark Anton is still the leader. Morgan McInnes had a time of 7.914. Mark Feldhake was 7.944. 3 100ths.
A little bit about the video timing that we're doing today. You see Mandy under the tent. What she's doing is capturing the video, and then through the Coach My Video app, she can go frame by frame. So she's timing at 60 frames per second. So every 0.016 seconds, she's getting a frame, and as she taps through, she's checking when their hands move. Time zero, time starts when their hands begin the movement. After the third cut, she's able to capture whether that cookie moves or not. The Sawfest logo on there does two things. One, it promotes Sawfest, but two, it gives her an indication of when that cookie has started to fall in the video.
All right, up next we have Nate Blakesley on stand 1. Nate Olray on stand 2, Robin Walker on stand 3, and Roe Barnett on stand 4. Again, that is Nate Blakesley on 1, Nate Olray on 2, Robin Walker on 3, and Roe Barnett on 4.
0 for 7. All right, looks like we've got all 4 competitors up. 30 seconds to warm up your saw. Gentlemen, hands to the wood. This is your start. 3, 2, 1, go! Robin Walter with a nice cut there. And Judge Nate's going to come out and check cookies and limes.
Up next on stand 1, we have Scott Crum. On stand 2, Scott Lyons. Stand 3, Sean Carr. Stand 4 is Smitty. Again, that is Scott Crum on 1, Scott Lyon on 2, Sean Carr on 3, and Smitty on 4.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It'll be buy one, get one half off. So, I mean,
Our time to beat is still Mark Anton Guillet, 6.785.
I'll look at it. Like I said, if we're trying to go tonight, we get one.
Smitty showing off his Poolin 445. He's got the angry face muffler on there. Clever muffler mod. A lot of the saws up here, you'll notice, are much louder than your homeowner's saw, and the purpose of that is to get the air out quicker. The cooler you can keep the motor, the more efficient and the faster it's going to run. So most of these exhausts have been opened up to reduce some of that restriction. The restrictions there from the EPA, they like to keep the fumes and exhaust down to a lower level, so they're reburning fuel inside of that before it escapes. Not the best thing for power, so most of these saws have a modified exhaust.
We have our times from the last heat. Nate Olney had a time of 9.490. Roy Barnett had a time of 8.515. Nate Blakesley had a time of 7.387, and Robin Walker had a time of 7.203. Mark Anton Guillet's time of 6.785 is still in the lead.
All right, timer's ready. Gentlemen, 30 seconds to warm up. Gentlemen, hands to the wood. This is your start. Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go! See Sean with a quick sleight of hand there. We're going to have to check his hands, make sure he got them both back up before they came back down. He did. Nate confirmed.
All right, in the next heat, we'll have Steve McDowell on 1, Steve Rockefeller on 2, Canton Rosenkrantz on 3, and Kenny Freeman on 4. Yeah, we'll have Braxton and Brian going at the very end. Again, we got Kenny Freeman on stand 4, Tanton Rosenkrantz on 3, Steve Rockefeller on 2, and Steve McDowell on 1.
Parce que c'est rendu ça, moi, je trouve. Je rendais tout ma. J'ai fait des cinémas bien gros. C'est même chelou là, durant la semaine. C'est quand même la poissonnière, c'est vraiment bon. Par exemple, tu viens de faire une run avec la vie de 80. Attends, des fois, j'essaye une chaîne le soir. Tu fais, mettons, soit 1 ou 3 traits avec une grosse cinéma. Après ça, tu vas acheter ça. Là, ça c'est pas mal. Mais c'est comme hier, même la 661, quand je l'ai parti, là, la première fois que je l'ai rentré dans la grosse ruche, là, j'étais genre. Là, j'ai pris l'autre du gars, j'ai essayé, j'ai re-scié après la 661, c'est ça. Parce que quand tu pars juste ici, juste pour essayer one shot, des fois, t'es genre,
Looks like we've got all 4 competitors up here.
We have our times from our last heat. Scott Lyon had a 12.245. Scott Crum had a time of 8.058. Smitty had a time of 7.651. And Sean Carr had a 7.558. Again, Mark Anton Guillet is still in the lead.
All right, gentlemen, 30 seconds to warm up. 10 seconds. Gentlemen, hands to the wood. This is your start. Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
Smoke and run by Tanton Rosenkrantz there. That was really fast. Up next on stand number 1 will be Jody Hutton. Stand number 2, T.W. Hodges. Stand number 3, Jack Grace. And And we'll save Braxton and Brian for the very last heat.
No. So let me buy this and then I'll let you take it back.
Mais tu sais, ça reste que, mettons, par exemple, quand tu dans le temps d'avant, il y avait c'est pour ça que tu serais content dans tous les temps. Tout comme Kelly, il a gagné l'autre, puis après, il va venir dans 16 ans. C'est même ça,
last heat, we had Kenny Freeman with a time of 10.084. We had, we're just moving on me. We had Steve McDowell had a time of 8.087. Stephen Rockefeller had a time of 8.349. And I believe that Tanton has now moved into the lead. Just want to double check this before I announce it. I'm waiting for Manny to come back here. I'm fairly certain this is a new time to beat with Tanton Rosenkrantz with a time of 6.683. But I believe, what was Mark Antone's time again? Just make sure. 6.785, new leader, Tanton Rosenkrantz, with a time of 6.683. In this heat, Jody Hutton on 1, T.W. Hodges on 2, and Jack Race on 3.
All right, gentlemen, 30 seconds to warm up. 10 seconds. Hands to the wood. This is your start. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, I know that Jody Hutton wanted to be in the same heat as TW for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I'm sure there's one reason to explain that. Southwest Virginia, there we go. All right. Up in our final heat of the Ford Cube, we have Braxton Wilhelm and Brian Romaines.
Again, following this heat, we're going to be right at 12 o'clock. So we'll take a 1 hour break for lunch, 12 to 1 o'clock. We're going to pull the bounty log in at that time. That'll be your opportunity to compete in that event. So we'll have the bounty log set up. Again, we're going to play 2 places for the bounty logs. Split the money 2/3, 1/3.
Also, don't forget, during lunch while you're out running around, stop by the tent, get you some merch. We have some great t-shirts out here today. We have some great designs. We have some not just regular sawfest shirts. We have some get you a keepsake from this awesome day today.
There's something about that nice green and black DGP logo that just matches your eyes. I do have to say that.
It really does pop. It really does look nice.
It makes it pop. Makes it absolutely pop. Might as well put your collar up while you're wearing it.
Well, I figured it'd be different. I didn't get it today.
We have our times from the last heat. Again, Tanton Rosenkrantz is leading with a 6.683 in that last heat. We had, hold on, Jody Hutton had a time of 7.398. And then T.W. Hodges had a 7.604. So Jody Hutton won the battle of Northwestern Virginia. And Jack Race had a time of 9.715. And thank you for the cursor movement, Georgia. That helped me focus in on what I needed to look at.
All right, looks like we got our last two competitors up. Timers are ready. Gentlemen, 30 seconds to warm up your soul. Gentlemen, hands to the wood. This is your start. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, that draws the 4 cube to a close. We're taking a brief break. Please check out Grammy Tina's. We will announce these times very shortly.
I want to get the times on the camera and I'll stop it.
What? What was up here?
Take them off, but
it's everything up
All right, folks, we are going to move the bounty log in, so we're going to have to move a couple picnic tables. And be aware, we've got a big piece of equipment and a large log moving around, so make sure you stay clear. Yeah, we're going to open a path right down the middle here. You folks will be okay over here. I think there's enough room. Yeah, right in the center there, Chad.